Let's commence with business and immigration law updates. This will be presented to us by the Khurana Law Firm of Rockville, Maryland. At this law firm, the well-known head attorney and counselor at immigration law is Mr. Ramesh Khurana. This week, Attorney Khurana, alongside with Dr. Rajesh Nandan Mehra, are caught on our camera with a vital topic in the world of immigration, and that is the permanent labor certification process. Let's join them.
Good morning. This is Dr. Rajesh Mehra bringing you a very important immigration update. In the past few weeks, we have been talking a lot about immigration laws, immigration protocols, and I'm honored to have in our studios this morning Attorney Khurana from the Khurana Law Firm in Rockville, Maryland. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Mehra, for inviting me. Good morning.
Good morning. So how is the weather treating you? I know it's getting a little warm now. A lot of things happening. Are you planning a vacation somewhere, going anywhere this year in the summer?
Yes. In fact, next week I'm going to Panama City.
Panama City?
Yes.
No kidding. Wow, that should be a very interesting trip.
Yes. This will be my first trip and I look forward to it.
Excellent, excellent. Well, talking about Panama City, we better talk about some permanent labor certification processes.
That's why we can have the audience attention.
That's right. What is that and how does that work, the permanent labor certification application?
Dr. Mehra, permanent labor certification process changed as from 2005.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember correctly, that was March of 2005. And this is called the PERM process, which stands for Program Electronic Review Management.
Okay.
And this is an online program. Of course, you can mail your application by sending physical papers, but most of the lawyers I have talked to, they like to do online
right.
Because it's more efficient and it goes right into the U.S. Department of Labor system.
Mm-hmm.
So under this process, you did a lot of preparation work before you file it.
Mm-hmm.
Employer is required to make good faith efforts to find if any U.S. willing worker is available to work.
Mm-hmm.
Not only willing, but he should be qualified and he should be able and he should be in a position whereby he says, I accept this job.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever salary you are offering, this is acceptable to me. You are asking a master degree to do this job, I have a master degree. You are asking a master degree in computer science, I hold a master degree in computer science,
mm-hmm.
right? You are asking for 2 years of work experience, I have 3 years of work experience. So in a way, he is trying to demonstrate that I meet with your job requirements.
Right,
so
you meet all the qualifications.
Yes, and I am available to work, or sometimes no one is willing, able and available to work.
Mm-hmm.
Under that kind of situation where you have gone through different processes by advertising in the newspapers, by giving an ad maybe on the radio, and by giving this information in the trade fairs, through employee referral program, through newspapers website, your
mm-hmm.
own company's website. So you have tried your best to locate a suitable person
mm-hmm.
who will basically fill up this vacancy. But if you come to a conclusion that no one is available to do that kind of job, only then you can submit your application to hire a foreign national.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very cumbersome process, very
right.
cumbersome process. But once you have filed the online application, then of course application is in the queue, your priority date is established for the purpose of green card based on employment category.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that's a very important landmark in the whole process.
Yes.
Getting this filled and submit online.
That's very true.
Because without this, you can't really do much of anything.
Yes. And before that, in fact, when I explain this process, there is another concept to be understood, which is called the prevailing wage determination concept.
Mm-hmm.
So before even you file and start your recruitment efforts, you have to obtain the prevailing wage determination for that particular position. Let's say that you say that I want to hire a software engineer for my company. and you say that I need a person with a master degree and 2 years of work experience, and I am willing to offer him $80,000. Now, you file this prevailing wage determination request with the US Department of Labor, and usually they take about 4 to 6 weeks to come back and say, yes, for this kind of position, the minimum salary available as per US Department of Labor statistics is 120,000. Because there are 4 wage levels, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Because you are asking for a master degree and 2 years or 3 years work experience, they say wage level 3, based on he is going to supervise a few people, right? And depending upon where the work location is. Certain work locations are more expensive than others. If a person has to work in Washington DC or Manhattan area, so wage level is definitely going to be higher. So they will say for this kind of position and the person to do this kind of job, wage level 3, which is 116,000. So you cannot hire any foreign national before you agree to pay him $116,000.
Right. Well, I'm happy to see, I mean, these are all guidelines laid out where the employer has to follow.
Yes.
Right?
Clear-cut guidelines.
Clearly cut, it can't vary from this too much.
There is no way that you can cut corners.
Right, right. Now, how long does this process take after filing of the PERM application?
It depends. What is the processing time? Now, as of now, I can say that it takes about 3 to 4 months. Now, when this process started in 2005, Dr. Mehra, I was really amazed to see that some of my few starting labor certification requests, those were certified in 2 days.
In 2 days?
In 2 days. In fact, we filed that application online on Friday. When I went back to my office on Monday, it was certified.
But I'm sure now it's a different story.
Yeah, in between it was taking even 1 year, 1.5 years, because there was one court case which they wanted to interpret, but now that cloud is gone, and now it's taking anywhere between 2 months to 3 months. So it all depends how many applications are under process. Now, because of recession, not many employers were filing green card petitions, right? So with the result, number of applications went down.
So it should be
processing time became much faster.
Right.
So now at this point, 2 to 3 months I can say.
And that's not bad.
Which is not bad, because before you file this application online, it takes about 4 to 6 months, and if you are having the certification in 2 to 3 months, so total time is about 8 to 9 months. And once this certification is done successfully, then you move to the next stage, which is filing I-140. And if the person…
And how long does that take?
Oh, you can do it on a premium processing basis. Just pay $1,225, you got it.
Yeah.
Just in 15 days, you have the answer.
Right.
You know, application is adjudicated.
Go forward.
Yes. And if the person, I mean, usually the term we say beneficiary. If the beneficiary of I-140 petition is, let's say, from Bangladesh or from Nepal, so their priority date is current. So you
get right in.
You straightway file I-145 or adjustment of status application. That person gets his green card in next 4 months. So the whole process can be wrapped in about 12 months to 14 months.
If everything is
done. If the
done.
priority date is current. But sometimes when you are filing labor certification request, it's chosen for audit by the US Labor Department. Now, depending upon what kinds of audit questions are, it may take anywhere between 2 months to 6 months. So you have to add up that time.
Right, you have to plan on it anyway.
Yeah. But I have seen one thing, if there are no red flags in the PERM application, everything goes well. So you have wrapped up the PERM process in about 9 months, which is excellent.
Great.
Yeah.
Now, can a labor certification be filed for somebody who's working part-time?
To give you a straight answer, no. Labor certification request can be filed only for the full-time employees. Now, when I say full-time employees, the minimum number of hours is 35 in a week. And Labor Department sometimes comes back and asks some questions. Let us say there is a position available and person is working 15 hours a week. Now you are filing for the labor certification request for the same position and you say that this person will be for 40 hours. They say he is working 15 hours a week. How come now you are saying that he will be working for 40 hours? So justify your
You have
point.
to explain it.
So you have to explain, like, we have got some more business contracts and earlier I had one business contract as opposed to 4, and this is my business plan. I am likely to get more business and I have hired more employees. I have hired a marketing manager who is generating more business for our company. So you have to justify that kind of demand.
Got it. And can an employer reject an application for the job offered?
Of course, he can reject, Dr. Mehra, but it's not that easy. Like I gave you an example, if the applicant possesses all the qualifications in terms of education and work experience, now you cannot reject that applicant because he has met with the requirements of your job advertisement. You said, I need a person who is holding a master's degree and 3 years of work experience. The person is holding the same master's degree with the same major as you asked for, like major in computer science. He says, I have master's degree from George Washington University in computer science. Then I have 3 years of work experience. And he gives a detailed profile, like I have worked on these kinds of projects, which basically meet with the requirements of the job opening. You cannot reject that employee. But on the other hand, when you ask for a person, that person should be holding a master's degree in computer science, and a person says, I have a master's degree in
Management,
botany or management. So he is not meeting with the education requirement. And you ask for 2 years of work experience, and this person has just 6 months of work experience. So when you reject this kind of applicant, we say that this is a lawful reason to reject that applicant, and that will be held valid.
Right. Well, this labor certification process seems like it's crucial to the whole green card application, and you heard some very good suggestions, recommendations, and tips. So we want to thank Attorney Khurana, for, I know he's a very busy man, to take time out and enlighten us on these topics. We welcome you back to come back and talk to us more about some other topics.
I'll be very
Thank
happy
you.
to do that, Dr. Mehra. And again, I would like to advise the audience that you should discuss your immigration issues with a lawyer of your choice. It is very important that you have the best advice from a competent immigration lawyer. Thank you very much.